This is the similar polygons with two variables. So it's telling us that the two polygons in each problem here, it's really 1, 2, 3, and 4. It's labeled 39, 40, 41, and 42. So these four problems, the two polygons are similar, meaning they have the same size or same shape, but not necessarily the same size. All three pairs of angles, corresponding angles, are congruent, and the sides are proportional. So 39, we have two triangles. We want to find x and y. So those are part of the sides. So we want to set up the proportion because we know the sides of similar figures are proportional. Let me set them up here. So this is going to x2 and x minus 2 and 6 are going to correspond. Okay. 15 and 10 are going to correspond. And then y plus 3 and 8 are going to correspond. Okay. So we don't need to solve this all at once. We can break it down into parts. So let's just take these two. So x minus 2 over 6 is going to equal 15 over 10. How do we solve that proportion? We're going to cross multiply. So we're going to have 15 times 6 is going to be equal to 10 times x minus 2. All right, we got to distribute the 10. Well, 15 times 6 is going to give us 90. We distribute the 10, so we get 10x minus 20. Add the 20 to both sides. We get 110 equals 10x. Divide by 10. And 11 equals x. Okay, so x equals 11. Okay. Then we want to find y, so we can set up a second proportion here. 15 over 10 equals y plus 3 over 8. Cross multiply, 15 times 8. It's going to equal 10 times y plus 3. Distribute, 15 times 8 is 120. Distribute the 10. That's going to give us 10y plus 30. Subtract 30. We're going to be left with 90 equals 10y. Divide by 10. And we get 9 equals y. Okay, so we're left with y equals 9. If we substitute that all in to our proportion, it just wants x and y, so we're good. But if we want to check our answer, we can substitute it back in. 11 minus 2 is 9. So this is 11 minus 2, which is 9 over 6. Okay, 15 over 10. And 9 plus 3 is 12 over 8. And those are all going to equal 3 over 2. So since they all equal the same thing, this is 3 over 2, 3 over 2, and 3 over 2. We know the triangles are similar, so we know we have the correct answer. X has to be 11 and y has to be 9. Okay. Not much room to write on this one. 40. Okay. So let's start with the angles. I think it's always easier to do with angles first. Well, what do we notice about these figures? They're quadrilaterals because they have 4 sides, but we also notice that they have 2 pairs of parallel sides. Okay. 2 pairs of opposite sides that are parallel, so we know they are parallelograms. We know opposite angles in parallelograms are congruent. So opposite angles are congruent, so 60 and 60. And we know consecutive angles are supplementary. So 180 minus 60 gives us 120. We know opposite angles are congruent, so 120 and 120. All right, consecutive angles add up to 180. Okay. So what do we know about angles of similar polygons? We know that they are congruent as well. So if this is 120, y also has to be 120. So right away we know y equals 120. And then what about sides? Sides, we know sides are proportional. So we can set up a proportion. 22 is to x plus 4, as 18 is to 12. Cross multiply. So 12 times 22 is going to equal 18 times x plus 4. Okay, 12 times 22 is 4, 264, which is going to equal 18x plus 72. Subtract 72, 64, 192 equals 18x. Divide by 18, and we get x equals 0.3. That's 12 over 18, which is going to be or 10.3. 10.3 repeat. Okay, so we get x equals 10.3 repeat. Okay, you're 10 and 1/3. Let me check our answer. You put 10 in the third here, so 14 in the third. 22 divided by 14 in the third should be 3/2. Number 41 there. Okay, 41. Okay. We don't have any information about angles. We just know that these angles are congruent. Okay, that'll help line us up where we're at. So we would have to rotate this triangle 180 degrees about to get it to line up. So 21 is going to match up with 18. And if we rotate it, 27 is going to match up with y, and 39 is going to match up with x minus 6. By matching up, we mean that they are going to correspond on the corresponding location of the similar triangles. So 21 over 18, 27 over y, and 39 over x minus 6. Okay, so we have a proportion here with two variables. We want to break it down. Okay, first we're going to want to do this piece to find y. So 21 over 18 equals 27 over y. And then we can do 21 over 18 equals 39 over x minus 6. Because we know both of these terms are going to equal 21 over 18. They're all going to equal each other. You can rearrange them however you need to. So cross multiply, 18 and 27. It's 56, 16, 21, 27, 486. So I'm getting ahead of myself here. 18 times 27 equals 21y. So we're going to have 486 equals 21y divided by 21. 486, 21. That's going to go twice. It's 42. 66. 3 times is 63. We have 3 left over. So 23 and 1/7. Okay, so 23 and 1/7 is y. X, we got to cross multiply. Okay, so we have 18 times 39 equals 21 times x minus 6. 39 times 18, that's a 72. 24, 31, and then 39. So that's going to be 700 equals 21x minus 21 times 6. 20 times 6 is 120 plus 6, so that's 126. Add 126 to both sides. 826 equals 21x. Divide by 21. 21 goes into 826. 3, 63, 196. 9. So 39 and 1/3, or 39.3 repeating. Okay. And then to check our answer, so we have, what do we have? X equals 39.3 repeating, and Y is going to equal 23, what's 1/7? 0.1 something, I don't remember. Let's just say 27 1/7. Let's substitute it in and see if it works. All right. See if all these are going to equal each other. So they should all equal 7, 6, right? Because that's going to reduce down to 7, 6. So let's see if we are right. Okay. So what do we have? Let's find out what 1/7 is first. About 143. Okay. So we're going to put in 23 at 143. Okay. Here we're going to put in 39.3 repeating minus 6. So that's going to be 33.3 repeating. So 39 divided by 33.3, 1.17. And then 27 divided by 23.143 is 1.17 about. Right, they're all estimates there. So we know we have the right answer because the triangles are similar. X is 39.3 repeating, 39 1/3, and then Y is 23.143, or 23 1/7. All right. Number 42. Okay. Probably had to use a substitute of paper for these. I hope, right, guys? Oh, 42. Okay. So first thing we need to talk about is the angles, because I think, again, that is the easiest thing to talk about. This is a right angle. And we have a right angle here, so let's... Okay, so we got to find this angle here, right? These are corresponding angles, this angle and this angle. So we got to find this angle. Okay, let's just call it Z. Right, Z degrees. What do we know the four angles of a quadrilateral add up to? Well, we know the four angles of a quadrilateral add up to 360 degrees. So if this is 90, 90 plus 61 plus 116 plus Z is going to equal 360. 90 and 61 will give us 151. 151 plus 116 is 267. So Z is going to be 93 degrees. Right? Z is going to be 93 degrees. Right? 151. So 251 plus 16, 267. Yes. Right. Okay, so we know that this is 93 degrees, so y minus 7, let's do it up here. Y minus 73 is going to equal 93 degrees. So add 73 to both sides. Y is going to equal 160. Right, y equals 166. 166 minus 73 should equal 93. Okay, so that's y. To find x, we have to look at a side. X is a side. X corresponds with 5. And 6 corresponds with 4. Cross multiply. 4x.
Yusuf Al-Hashadi, if you're in the building, please come to the main office.
4x equals 30.
Also, Silver, if you're in the building, please come to the main office.
30 divided by 4 is going to be 7.5. So x equals 7.5, y equals 166. Right? 7.5 over 5 is 3 over 2. 6 over 4 is also 3 over 2. 1.5. Okay, we did the next two we did in class, but we'll go through them here again. So you guys should have these from class. If you weren't here though, apparently it was too cold for you to get out of bed. Here they are. Okay. They're telling us. What do we? Yep, they're telling us they're similar. I don't know what I was reading. They're telling us they're similar. So TSV, triangle TSV is similar to triangle QPR. Okay. So this is telling us that TS is going to correspond with QP. Okay. SV is going to correspond with PR. And TV is going to correspond with QR. So we have TS and TV. So we know TS over QP is going to equal TV over QR. Right? These two are going to be equal. So we know 4 over 6 is going to equal, well, we have all of it. Oh, okay, never mind. We have all of it. Let's do all of it. Yeah, 4 over 6 is going to equal 7 over y, which is going to equal x over 9. And this is 7 over y. Okay. So again, we want to break it down into two parts. So 4 over 6 is going to equal x over 9. Cross multiply. 6x is going to equal 9 times 4, which is 36, divided by 6. X equals 6. This pen's fading. Can we read it still? Okay, x equals 6. Faded in one day. We also know 4 over 6 is going to equal 7 over y. Cross multiply. 6 times 7 is going to equal 4y. 42 is going to equal 4y. Divided by 4. 10.5 is going to equal y. Okay, y is going to equal 8.5. Okay, we can put that in and see if it works. So 4 over 6. Can you see the red or no? Kind of. Okay, 4 over 6 is going to equal 6 over 9. It's going to equal 7 over 10.5. You put those in the calculator, you're going to get 2/3, 2/3, and 2/3. Okay, 7 divided by 10.5 gives you 2/3. Yep. Okay, the last thing we want to look for here. Okay, the last thing we want to find is measure of angle P. So it's telling us that angle S is 86 degrees. We know angle S is congruent to angle P because they're similar triangles. So angle S is congruent to angle P. Okay, so therefore the measure of angle S equals the measure of angle P. Therefore 86 is going to equal the measure of angle. And then we said X was 6 and Y was 10.5. Okay. Next one, again, we did this one in class. We redrew the two triangles. So we had one. Oops. Let's draw them down here. So we have R, S, T, and R, U, V. Okay, 18, 21, and 10. Okay. RV is going to be 21 plus X. This is Y. And this side is 18 plus 6, which is 24. Okay, you got to add the two pieces together. Don't just put 6. It's 18 plus 6. It's the whole side, RU. Okay, and then from there, we got to set up our proportions. So we know RS, right, is going to correspond with RU. We know ST is going to correspond with UV. And we know RT is going to correspond with RV. RS is 18, RU is 24. ST is 10, UV is Y. RT is 21, RV is 21 plus X. Okay. Y is the easy one to find here. So 18, so cross multiply. Right? 18y is going to equal 24 times 10. 18y is going to equal 24, that's 240. Divided by 18, y is going to be equal to 60. 18 goes into 40. It's going to be 0.3 repeating, 13.3 repeating. So 13 and a third, 13 and 1/3. To find X, again, we want to set up another proportion. How about 18 over 24 equals 21 over 21 plus X. Okay, or we could do 10 over 13.3 repeating. That would work as well. Cross multiply. (24 times 21). Okay. 18 times, let me get the calculator for this one. 18 times 21, I think it was 504. No, 378. This one must have been 504. Yes. Uh, 26. 7, I believe. Yep, x equals 7. So we have x equals 7 and y equals 13 and a third. All right, last one on here. Well, on this side, but make a separate video for the other side. This last one on here. These Amazon markers don't erase as well, and they don't last as long either. I bought them because they were cheaper, but it's not worth it. You get what you pay for. All right. So we're going to assume that triangle ABC is similar to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. Right. So if these triangles are similar, we know that AB corresponds with A prime, B prime. BC is going to correspond with B prime, C prime. And CA is going to correspond with C prime, A prime. So we just put in our numbers, 30 plus x over 30. Right, 30 plus x is to 30 as y plus 15 is to y, as 22 is to 14. So we can set up for x, we know 30 plus x over 30 is going to equal 22 over 14. Cross multiply, 14 times 30 plus x is going to equal 30 times 22. 90 times, or 60 times 7. For 20 plus 14x. 0, 6, 0, 0, 6, 660 minus 420. 14x is going to be 240. Divide by 14. 14 goes into 240 once. 100. I don't know. 9 times. 8 times. 7 times. 98 and 2 out of 1/7. So 17 and 1/7. Okay. Which is 17.167. Find y. So y plus 15 over y is going to equal 22 over 14. Cross multiply, 14 times y plus 15 equals 22y. 14y 210. Is going to equal 8y. 8 goes into 210 twice. 5, 0, 6, 1/4. So 26.5 equals x. 20. So x equals 26.5 and y equals 17.167. We can check our answers, see if they're right. So 30 plus 26.5 divided by 30. And it's going to give us 1.8833. Okay, 17.167 plus 15, all divided by 17.167. It's 1 point. There's a little bit of a rounding error, but it's going to be the same thing. And then 22 divided by 14. What did we do wrong? Oh, it's 1 for 14 times 15, 210, divided by 8, $26.25. Oh, 1/4. Yeah, okay, 25. So that's 30. That's 56.25 divided by 30. 1.875. Oh boy, what did we do wrong? 30 plus x over 30, y plus 15 over y, 22 over 14. Oh, this is y. This is y. And this is x. Okay. See, that's why you change. That's why you have to check your answers, because some of us are fools. This is x, and that's y. Okay. Now let's check our answers. So we should get 1.57, approximately 1.57. Okay. So now let's put in 26.25 plus 15, all divided by 26.25. 1.57, 143. So now let's make it exact. 1.57, 143. Okay, and then we have 17.167 plus 30 divided by 30. 1.57. Okay, so we know we had the right answers. We just flipped them. I flipped them because I wrote messy. Okay. All right. So the second half of that worksheet, we're going to do in class. So there'll probably be a separate video. So this was the first half. There'll be a separate video for the second half.